Hello there, welcome back to Language Professora. Let's take a look at the metaphor. What is metaphor? A metaphor, again, is one of our figures of speech, and it is one of the two that is used when making comparisons. But it's a little bit different from the simile. With the metaphor, you're making the comparison as if it's actually true. One of the things that I say about the metaphor is you're saying the thing is the thing. With the simile, you're saying it's like the thing, but with the metaphor, you're saying it is the actual thing. Again, when you're comparing, you have to ensure that there is some sort of similarity or connection between the two things that you're comparing, right? Some things that you want to keep in mind when you're using metaphors in a sentence. You want to ensure that the meaning that you want to convey is being conveyed. The comparison that you want to make is actually being conveyed. What you don't want to do is to be comparing two things, maybe a person and a thing, and the characteristic trait that you want to bring out is not actually something that they share. So you have to ensure that the characteristics are the same. If you don't think a metaphor would suit the purpose, use a simile. That's quite okay. And of course, you want to ensure that you read, double read, triple read, quadruple read, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're presented with, to ensure that you have used the metaphor correctly. Some of the things that make it different from a simile, let's look at the difference. With a metaphor, it's an implied comparison. You're not saying outright that this is like that. The metaphor does not use any specific words to make the comparison. For example, Susan was a cheater in the race today. Susan is being compared to a cheetah in terms of the characteristics of a cheetah. A cheetah is said to be one of the fastest, if not the fastest, land animal, I think. I could be incorrect, I stand corrected. But a cheetah is pretty fast. So without saying what the characteristic trait is, when you say Susan was a cheetah, you get the implied comparison that Susan is pretty fast. With a simile, it is a direct comparison. You're using words like, as, in order to make the comparison. For example, that same sentence, Susan ran as fast as a cheetah in the race today. Notice in this sentence, the characteristic trait of being fast is mentioned specifically. So you know exactly what is being said about Susan in terms of her swiftness. But that's the bottom line difference between the metaphor and the simile. Again, if you want to remember them, the simile uses like and as. So you're saying something is like something or as something. With the metaphor, you're saying it is the exact thing. Let's take a look at some examples. So what I want us to do with these is look at the sentence and discuss what the metaphor is. What are the two things being compared? So let's go. My mom has a heart of gold. The heart of your mother, not your mother now, but your mom's heart is being compared to gold. Gold is something precious. So you're saying that your mom is a very precious person in terms of the kind of heart or the attitude that she has towards people. My friend's sister Sharon is a night owl. Sharon is being compared to an owl. An owl is a creature that is up all night. So we know that Sharon is a type of person that likes to stay up at night or stay up very late. My hands were icicles because of the cold weather. Your hands are being compared to icicles. Icicles are very cold and stiff. Your hands are cold and stiff because of the cold weather. You just have to consider the world a stage and act accordingly. The world is being compared to a stage. Now, a stage is a place on which dramatic productions are made. Things of a theatric nature are displayed. So when the world is being said to be a stage, you get the impression of the world, the entirety of the world as we know it, is like a drama playing out. Dylan has a stone heart. Again, just like with the first one, Dylan's heart or his attitudes are being compared to stone. Stone is something cold, something hard. So we get the impression that he's maybe not a very loving person, not a very emotional person. You have ideas flowing one after the other. Your mind is an ocean. Whoever you are, is being compared to an ocean in terms of their intellectual abilities. Their mind, rather, is being compared to an ocean. An ocean is very vast. An ocean is always moving. So you get the impression that the person's mind is always active, always moving, always churning out, as it says, new ideas. She was an autumn leaf. She is being compared to an autumn leaf. Now think about the qualities of an autumn leaf. It is maybe something that is dying. It is maybe something that is dropping off or falling from the tree. Now this could be, this comparison has a little bit of depth to it, because it could be a case of the person waning in life. They're getting older, as in, sometimes we're said to have different seasons in our lives. It could be that her demeanor is being compared to that of an autumn leaf, something that is beautiful yet fading. So it's a little bit deep for this one. He is a lion when he comes to the field. A lion is something that's strong, that's something fierce, that's something that commands attention. So this person is being said to be a lion when he comes to the field. You get the impression that this person commands attention when he steps onto the field. Phoebe is a nightingale. Everyone waited eagerly for her to come up on stage. A nightingale is a bird that sings very beautifully. So Phoebe is being compared to a bird that is singing very beautifully. So you know that she is a good singer. She has a good singing voice. She is such a firecracker. She is being compared to a firecracker. A firecracker is something fierce. It's something stunning. It's something that is loud. It's something that commands attention. So you get the impression of the kind of person that this is. Now you try. What we're going to do with these are all comparisons using similes. We're going to go through and we're going to change these similes into metaphors. Give it a try. Natty ran as fast as a cheetah in the race. Did you come up with the sentence, Natty was a cheetah in the race? So we're taking out the word as, we're taking out the characteristic of being fast, and simply saying, Natty was a cheetah in the race. Let's keep it going. Shani stays up all night. No, we don't have a like or an as here, but we get the idea in terms of what the comparison is. Shani is a night owl. Let's keep it going. He is like a shield to me. He is my shield, or he is a shield. Tom is as slow as a sloth. Tom is a sloth. The moon was like a broken bangle tonight. The moon is a broken bangle. Your eyes are like stars in the night sky. Your eyes are stars. He sits in front of the television the whole time like a couch potato. He is a couch potato. Interviews are like battlefields. Interviews are battlefields. Words are like swords. They can cut through people's hearts and hurt them in a way that we might not even think it could. That's a pretty long one. And the simple version is words are swords. She is the only one who could dance like Michael Jackson in our college. If you came up with something like she is Michael Jackson or she is the Michael Jackson of our college, you would have a metaphor on your hands. That's it in a nutshell. Metaphor is another form of comparison, but in this one we don't use like or as. We simply say one thing is the other. Happy reading.